Yo, what's good? I'm in New York City, about to pull up on the Barbershop Museum. So I can't wait. Should be pretty exciting. Yo, whatever you do, yo, make sure you follow your dreams and ignore the hate. Yo, look at this fucking barbershop, yo. This shit is fucking wild. Hands down, probably the best barbershop I've ever seen in my life.
Getting up every day. 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 Getting up, level up, give a fuck what you say. Getting up, level up, give a fuck what you say.
I didn't even get your name.
Arthur.
Arthur, Kevin. that probably should have been done weeks ago. But yeah, so Arthur, so tell me about, like, you said you're from the Soviet Union?
Former Soviet Union, which is Uzbekistan now.
Pakistan?
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
We were border with Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Okay. So tell me about that. So you were born and raised out there?
Yes, I was 14 when we came to this country in 1989.
Okay. And you still have, like, a lot of family out there?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody. No.
Came out here?
Here, Austria and Israel.
Okay.
All my relatives, most of them in Israel.
Yeah. So, so when you were 14, you moved straight to New York City, and you just been here
Since then.
Oh yeah, and so when did you So how was your childhood like? How was it growing up in former Soviet Union?
Tough.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I was growing up in a barbershop. Like I told you, I'm a fourth generation. Been in my father's barbershop since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I'm the only child, so my father was always afraid of me, like not to have bad friends, not to hang around. So after school, I used to go to his barbershop. Used to sweep up the floors, taking the money, washing the hairs. And my father was the first one who brought wash, cut, and dries into city of Fergana.
Wash, cut, and dry?
Yes, he went to Ukraine.
Okay.
A year he was in Ukraine, been trained by world champion Boris Meltzer. He passed away about 16 years ago.
Champion in cutting hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boris Meltzer. A lot of people know him in the industry. And then he came to Uzbekistan, became very, very, very popular.
Yeah.
The mayor's office used to come to my father. And that's how, I was growing up in a barbershop. And since this day, I love what I do.
Yeah. Wow. So it's just, barber's just been pretty much a part of your whole life, is what you know. So like barbering brings back like a lot of childhood memories. Freaking, it kind of sculpted your whole life in a way.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty awesome. So you moved here when you were 14 with both your parents?
Yeah. I'm the only child.
Okay.
Me and my mom. My father passed away in 2003.
Okay.
He was the one actually started buying the antique and vintage tools, small barber poles, signs. But when he passed away, those pieces became sentimental.
Yeah.
And I just started buying bigger stuff like chairs, barber poles, and I'm still buying.
Yeah.
Each month, like you see the empty spots,
Yeah.
one day you're gonna come in, it's gonna be all full.
Okay.
So every month I try to add one more barber pole or a set of tools. Chairs, I have 44 chairs.
44 chairs.
Since the place is not that big, I'm gonna rotate.
Okay.
Like every 6 months I wanna change the scene.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Are all the chairs all vintage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just redid them, reupholstered them. Some of them we did repainted them because this is porcelain.
Yeah.
Over the years it get cracked,
Okay.
scratched off. So some of the chairs I did, like that one that you're sitting on, it was in my living room for 15 years.
Oh yeah.
That particular one.
It was what for 15 years?
In my living room.
In your living room for 15 years.
You know how comfortable it is to watch TV, to sit on it,
Oh,
just relax, read a book, drink
this
coffee.
This is your chair, like the main chair in your living room. Or like,
Mine, nobody,
saying
nobody.
your chair,
That was
this is
mine.
your chair. That's sick, man. You know, when I have my own place, I'll probably get a barber chair.
Well, now a lot of customers is asking me that they want to buy one and put it in the living room.
Yeah. That's cool.
We're making one for Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I love Robert De Niro, and we making a chair for him.
Yeah.
And we want to give him like an award from the museum
Yeah.
for his accomplishment and dedication to the people.
Yeah.
And he's my icon.
Oh yeah. You look up. To
I love Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
This chair, they made this 47 chairs in 1908. And when I bought this on the auction in Las Vegas, the record shows that there's only 3 left in the world. It's from the wood, oak wood, and this is a real bronze. They made a lot of them in a nickel and a stainless steel, but they made only 47 of them in the bronze. So 3 left in the world, and 1 we have it here. This, very rare as well. It's a sterilizer and a hot towel machine from 1900, and it still works. It's just when we were trying to put it on, the building department did not allow us to do it for, I guess, fire purposes, or so I felt very bad that I cannot use it. And this is the tools that the barbers used to use on minor surgeries, taking out the bullets and stitching. We still have some tools in the museum as well. Now this interesting here piece, we have identical blow dryer that Marilyn Monroe used to use. This, I'm sure a lot of people know, this is a manual clippers. Before Wall did the clippers with the electric clippers.
I seen on your Instagram, like, and the pictures here were like celebrities. I seen you with a picture with like Chris Rock. And so did you cut all these guys right here?
What happened was, it's a good question that you brought it up. Since I was growing up in a barbershop, I always wanted to change for something new, something different, and I wanted to become a jeweler. So in 1992, I came to my father. I said, I don't want to cut hair.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? You were born in a barbershop. You're going to be 4th generation barber. What are you talking about? I'm like, no, I want to become a jeweler. So from 1992 to 1996, I was on 47th Street. I was designing for Tupac Shakur.
Wow.
We did the engagement ring for Chris Rock and some more celebrities that we used to work with.
Yeah.
I used to work for Malidani Jewelry. They are still in business on 6th Avenue and 47th Street. But in 1996, when I opened up my own jewelry store in Queens, within a year I got robbed 2 times.
Oh yeah.
So my father said, my friend, barbers don't get robbed that often.
Yeah.
So that's when I lost a lot of money, came back to the barbering business, and here I am. Publicity all over the world, people found out that we opened up a museum. From New Zealand, from Brazil, we had reporters. We had New York One, we had Pix 11, we had ABC, Fox 5 was here today in the morning at 11 o'clock before you came in. England Times wrote about us. Jerusalem Post, people know in Israel. My relatives called me up like, oh, you opened up a museum? Because until the last day of my idea, not even my wife or my mom knew about my idea that I was going to open up a museum. I didn't tell this to nobody. I kept it as a secret. I was buying stuff. When my family members asked me, why, what are you doing with this? I'm like, it's my hobby. I want to collect. But back in my mind, I said to myself, one day I want to dedicate to all the barbers in the world, because I respect what we do. A lot of people don't know that back in the days, until 1941, barbers used to perform minor surgeries. They used to do dentistry. They used to take out the bullets, stitching. And our first president was killed by a barber. A lot of people don't know. George Washington, yes.
He was killed by a barber?
Not purposely, but he had a sore throat and they were doing the bloodletting. They took a lot of blood. He passed away. You can Google it.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that we used to be doctors.
Yeah.
Until 1941, when medical association came, they started shutting everybody down. So we have some history.
Yeah, a lot of history.
It took more than 27 years to collect what I have here, and again, not everything is here. What inspired me, I guess I love what I do. That's the most important thing, and I wanted to give respect to all the barbers and beauticians in the world, because we make guys and girls look good. I think it's an art that we do. My goal is to make guys handsome, and one day I want to open up a barbershop on wheels so I can help out the hospitals, senior citizen homes, and universities. Ooh, I'm cold. How you guys doing? This is Arthur Rubinov at the NYC Barbershop Museum. Just like to say thank you for this interview. Keep it inglorious, guys.